and good afternoon. This is February the 5th, and welcome to the Harbor Community Meeting. This meeting is recorded, so behave accordingly. And so let's get started. I'll share the agenda for today quickly. And as you can probably immediately see, we don't have that many topics on the agenda. So we need to invent something or let's here we are. So we have to invent something on as topics for this week. So do we have any topics to discuss from the community side?
I have a question for
because the
you.
maintainer in Beijing were just back from holiday of Chinese New Year, so we are mainly catching up stuff. No, a lot of update from us.
Okay, no much update from the China side. There is maybe an interesting topic from my side that I have seen, and this was also about the PR. Yeah, so there are two things. There is one PR from Ian. Ian, yeah. This seems to be interesting. It's a bug fix for quite common problem that we had in the past with Harbor, and it's basically a change of the proxy middleware, so that when there's a connection drop, that the middleware will what will it will return, so it will not cause a problem. So this might be interesting patch here that we should try to verify somehow. But I think giving the information and the references, this should, sounds interesting to me. I mean, this is the only part from my side, and there is also another side thing from my side is we have quite a few PRs open, and I'm not sure how we can get them merged or reviewed properly, because a few of them I did already reviewed, and we have PRs on the on Harbor, and we have PRs also on the website, which basically just changing the documentation, updating it. So we have quite a few PRs here, 21, and a similar amount or 50 in Harbor. So my question is like, how can we accelerate those PRs? So we have a few PRs that make sense to get it adopted, and there is pretty much often there's no feedback. So I was asking to the community, how can we get this accelerated a bit more?
I don't have strong opinion, but generally we in Beijing, we do review the PR regularly, weekly, and there are a few we added comments, but I think for the reviewers after 1 or 2 weeks, we'll follow up with a PR. If that look good, we'll merge it. And essentially, I think whoever opened the PR should be responsible to get the PR merged or closed. If he stops working on that, we just leave it there. I think it's okay.
Yeah, but there are quite a few PRs are actually, ready to be merged, right?
Yeah,
So,
if they are, and for example, if I'm reviewing one and you find I'm not very responsive, in which case I normally am very responsive, by the way. But you can ping me on Slack. So if there's a PR after several review and updates, you feel it's ready, you just ping the reviewer and hey, I fixed all your comments. Could you take another look? I think that's pretty straightforward, just like the one I reviewed, Sergio's Spanish translation PR. I think that went relatively well.
Yeah, but then the question arises, like, do we have like 50, are those 50 PRs? Most of them are
Yeah, because
outdated,
some of
or?
them, I think it's really case by case. I cannot speak for others, but if there are anyone you want my attention, just feel free to ping me. If you like need another guy's attention, whoever, just ping him. But if the writer of the PR doesn't care, and it may get stale, I think that's inevitable.
Well, that's clear. If there is some questions unanswered, right, then yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, then I will review those PRs again and see if there is something missing.
Yeah. For example, if there are a few, I see there are a few PR by person. And normally that will be reviewed by Stone, but Stone is still on holiday. So after you fix all the comments, you feel free to ping him. Sometimes you add someone on GitHub, we just don't get the notification. I think it would be more efficient to ping the reviewer on Slack, because that's a direct message, and normally we'll be more responsive on Slack, I think.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it then like this. Just ping the reviewer on Slack. Okay. Well, then from my side, there's not much. I think there is something from the infrastructure side, maybe Sergio, the update that we made to the infrastructure on AWS.
Yeah, that's true. We increased the size of the instances because every morning at 10 a.m. was like a kind of restart on the instances. So we discovered that were some kind of testings that were using some users on the demo environment. So I was like checking that part. So we decided to increase the the node size, and then that issue disappeared. So the change fixed the issue in general. So right now it's stable. No more restarts every morning. Then I have to continue with the repository to automate how to update the infrastructure, but that's pending. Also, we closed an issue with Daniel last night. Well, for me last night, for Daniel, I think that was morning. For the Spanish translation, it's
Yeah,
merged finally.
I've seen that one. Yes, nice.
Yeah, and yeah, just that. And maybe I don't know what the people think here. Right now, I am working on some scenario where I use the perf repository of Harvard is related to testing. So maybe in the future I am going to work in updating that repository. It's for testing the harbors. So it's a little bit not, well, it's good but not as good. So maybe I can improve the testings in some way. So because it's missing like the part of cleaning the data when you are testing the harbors, and could be like more complete
You mean this
repository.
one here, right?
Yeah, the perf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also Buddy mentioned me that the guy that was maintaining that repo, he doesn't hear anymore, so could be like a good idea, and it's something that I'm working on.
Yeah, I
So
think you can ping Yan. I think Yan knows the detail. Also, there's another guy called Chen Yu, also working on the repo recently. I think
ah,
those are the two
Yeah,
guys you can reach
yeah.
out to.
okay, who is it?
So you can just
Cheng Wei?
ping me. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just ping me. Then currently I'm working on
Yeah.
this project.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I created a kind of screen scripts to clean and something like that. So and it's pretty interesting because it's pretty slow to start the test in some way. So I think that could be faster. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, just that.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe the other thing that I want to mention, the I think that 2 weeks ago, more or less, Orlin created a YouTube video for Harbor, the one that I created with Daniel, Orlin, and Vadim is a kind of quick intro, but wonder what we are going to do if we are going to do a post. Orlin mentioned me something about to create a blog post, but I want to see if, well, or to push if it's going to be created or just doing
Yeah,
a
I
kind
think this
of
is gonna be the easiest way. Like
Mm,
create a blog post. We didn't had blog posts for a while. So we
mhm,
just create a blog post and then we can publish the video there. I
mhm.
mean, it's anywhere published, but we can then kind of publish it also in the community, and then we can also publish it on the Slack on the uh, Twitter channel.
Yeah, currently the video is in the Harbor YouTube channel.
Yeah, and then we
Cool.
can publish it also on the YouTube channel of Harbor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no, just that,
Okay,
doing a kind of follow-up.
okay.
What else? Yeah, just that.
Okay, so anyone else as a topic?
If there is no else, one side discussion. If anybody from Harvard side is planning for KubeCon, Japan, anyone? Yeah.
No, apparently nobody, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
I think probably none of us in Beijing
hmm So
is
you guys
planning
will
to
be
go.
in China, KubeCon China.
I think Steven, you have any comment?
Yeah, so we don't have the concrete answer right now. So
hmm
I'm still trying to find budget for us to go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, if there are no other topics from the community to discuss, then I think we have a really short meeting today. Or are there any other topics?
Yeah, maybe just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people in my company would like to use Crossplane to configure Arbor. Right now, there is a Crossplane provider for Arbor, but it's not pretty much maintained. So I'm wondering if we should maybe create a Crossplane provider. It seems pretty easy to build a crossplane provider because there is some tools to convert provider from Terraform format to Crossplane. So I don't know if we are the only one to do that, or if there is some other people who would like to do the same.
Is it this one here?
Yeah, we found this one, but it's not maintained.
Okay, so it's just yeah, the 28 commits there. Okay. Apparently, yeah, there was. Okay. Well, I mean, I think the first process would be probably just to make it up to date, and then when it's mature enough, we need some maintainers, and then we can get this then in. Maybe it's similar. I mean, we have the similar situation with Boomi provider as well. But I think what we need is maintainers to maintain this provider long term.
Okay, I can try to send an issue to them and see what they're saying.
Yeah, I think we can do some sort of a sandbox first and see if the sandbox is filled with people and contributors, and it has progress and it's usable, and then we can move it out of the sandbox. Pretty much that maybe similar to what we do with the Harbor CLI, right? So we start without any commitment or support, and then once it's mature enough and there are enough maintainers for that, we can then maybe graduate then.
Okay.
Okay, but interesting. Didn't know there is a crossplane provider. Oh, it's not. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, are there any other topics people would like to discuss? Well, if there isn't anything, then I would say thank you very much for your time, and we'll see each other then again in 2 weeks.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask about satellite.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have this thing about what exactly does ground control do. I think if I have context to what ground control does, I think it'll be easier for me to read the code from that perspective. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, ground control is responsible for device management, and yeah, it's responsible for device management pretty much.
Right. So when I'm setting up satellite, I had to make call requests to ground control, and so the architecture looks like you speak to ground control, and then ground control sets up how your satellite communicates with the registry. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, so it's basically device management part. So device registration, and then putting devices into groups, labels and things like this. And then once that's set up, then the device will then download the images that it's assigned to this device.
So,
but we can discuss this on Slack. I think it's easier to discuss on Slack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably if you would like to more details, ping me and we can try to come up something. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Well, are there any other topics? So then otherwise we can close for today. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice day, morning and evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you.